Hi, my name is Tim Murray, President of CINCH CCM Incorporated. CINCH is a patent pending software as a service enabling home care agencies to provide high quality, efficient, and profitable home care services in independent living communities where residents have very short visits. The goal of this video is to share how CINCH works in conjunction with your current home care technology platform of choice. The methodologies we are sharing were successfully used by our home care agency, Aware Senior Care, starting in 2018. We use ClearCare, now called WellSky, for our traditional home care services. Well, here we go. CINCH CCM is an add-on to your home care technology platform and not a replacement. That is most important for you to understand as you look at this diagram. From a high level, CINCH fulfills the critical function of managing the scheduling of numerous short visits found in community-based home care. Think of it this way. Your current home care technology has a scheduling component. It is designed for traditional one-to-one visits, meaning one caregiver to one client. It is not designed to create and manage the schedules that community-based home care require. Communities need multiple caregivers to make multiple client visits. Now, imagine having a technology built to meet the specific needs for community-based home care. That's CINCH. Now, there's a bit more to it, but big picture, instead of using your traditional home care system for community-based home care scheduling, you will use CINCH. Now, let's jump into a few more details about the process and the methodology that you will follow, referencing the big picture diagram to get you more comfortable and confident it works, because it really does. But first, let's talk about speaking what we call the community-based home care lingo. Think of home care as a language with a number of dialects. When you get into home care, you learn and adopt a way of speaking to people in home care lingo. Think of community-based home care as a dialect of a language. We developed a dialect of standard home care language for community-based home care. Our dialect includes new concepts such as caregiver tracks, schedule groups, caregiver assignments, etc. We've defined a few key terms on this slide. Please pause this video if you'd like to give yourself some time to read before moving on. Our product comes with a comprehensive definition of terms glossary, as well as online help and video tutorials, all built into the product. As I mentioned, the main function of CINCH is to manage client and caregiver schedules. What drives CINCH scheduling engine is what we call the visit plan. The client's visit plan has a list of visits they requested, each with a specific task to be performed. Now, starting from the top, let's look at client and caregiver profiles. CINCH requires information about the clients and caregivers. We provide fields in CINCH for their respective profiles, and the information we ask for is only what is needed for home care, which will include information on the client profile for family members, including billing information and point of contact. All home care agencies have this same functionality in varying degrees. Agencies will decide where to maintain the client records, including assessments and care plans. They can be stored in either system, but for consistency, we strongly recommend they should be only in one place. When changes are made in the care plan, the visit plan should be reviewed. The visit plan defined earlier is a list of visits scheduled for the client and the specific tasks assigned to each visit. The visit list includes the visits, the frequency, start time, and duration. Tasks are added to the visits by selecting from the categories under ADLs, which is personal care, and IADLs, which are typically household tasks, medication reminders, and other companion tasks. All client visits must have at least one task assigned to it before it is placed on the caregiver assignment screen. This slide shows an example of the caregiver assignment screen. Visits, when they are, how long they are, what tasks are accomplished, etc., all come to life on just one screen in CINCH, which we call caregiver assignments. From one screen, schedulers get the total picture for the day. Here it is showing caregivers by shift on the x-axis, the y-axis is time, and the grid is populated with these visits, which show the client location. The size of the box on this grid corresponds to the length of time the caregiver will be there. Schedulers can click on the box and review all the tasks to be accomplished by the caregiver for that visit. The visit plan is the most important component to successfully create and manage community-based home care. CINCH's role in invoicing and billing is simple but powerful. CINCH records and reports on all the details required in tracking and the creation of client invoices. We designed this function with the goal to export this information in industry-adopted standards, such as a .csv or Excel format, to enable our customers to import the information into their billing and invoicing product of choice. Now, our current product has a specific format for one-touch export and import into Intuit QuickBooks. We set up this methodology to be able to export billing information into QuickBooks and invoice and track payments in QuickBooks. QuickBooks does a great job with this as part of our overall management of billing. WellSky, ClearCare, tracked all our traditional home care sales and payments, and QuickBooks managed and tracked community-based home care. Bridging to what we just discussed, CINCH manages community-based home care. That's its main role. To bring things all together in the context of community-based home care, the key role your current home care technology platform plays is payroll, which starts with caregiver clock in and clock out time tracking. Now, referencing the big picture diagram again, going from top to bottom, let's start with caregiver profiles. You will already have caregiver profiles in your home care system. You can export information, if that capability exists, and import profile information into CINCH. It's important to have good caregiver profile information in CINCH for two major reasons. One, to assign them to shifts so they can get on the caregiver assignment schedule. And two, properly enter pay rate data. Now, this information is critical because CINCH automatically tracks gross profit calculations for the community. Now, client profiles. Entering in client profile data into CINCH is required. Whether or not you also enter this information into your current home care system is optional. If you use the current home care system for invoicing and billing community-based home care, you will need to have this information in both systems. Agencies choose where they're going to keep client records like assessments, care plans, and notes. You are able to complete full assessments, which create care plans in CINCH, and document notes as well. The choice is purely a customer preference on which system manages care plans and assessments. The information for the client's visit plan comes from the client assessment and care plan. When changes are made to the client's care plan, an update in CINCH visit plan may be required as well. With the actual client visit scheduling done in CINCH, the scheduling required in home care technology platform is for payroll. The methodology we employed to track caregiver shifts and run payroll was as follows. Step 1, we set up the community as a client in our traditional home care system. Step 2, the shift times that caregivers worked in the community were the visits. And you could set shift times, for example, like 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. This was entered in our traditional home care system. Then step 3, the caregivers were assigned to these shifts. Step 4, the caregivers clocked in and out of their shifts for the community, just as they did when working with one client. Same process. And step 5, payroll was run in our traditional home care software only. Now, once this is done and the methodology is understood by the scheduling team, it's easy to maintain. In review, CINCH CCM is designed to be used with your current home care technology platform and not replace it. CINCH is added on to what you're already doing with the key role of managing and operating community-based home care. Now, once your staff is trained on the methodology, it really becomes an automated process. We would love to give you the opportunity to try CINCH. We will work with you to help you understand the process that we developed to work with our traditional home care system, how to enter the data, and we'll do this at no charge. More information about CINCH CCM can be found on our website at www.cinchccm.com. Thank you for listening. Give CINCH a try. You'll not regret it.